Welcome. My name is Matt, aka Road Jedi 88. We are getting into Doom, Ultimate Doom, downloaded from my Switch 2. I'm still waiting to get a capture card. Hopefully, it should be within this next month. Hopefully within this next month or two. Getting actually kind of close to it. Just when you got other mouths in your home to feed, that definitely need to come first. And I know it doesn't cost that much. It's just one of those things. Um, so I originally, when I first started my channel, I started off with a couple of games that I could record off of my phone, a way that I can start kind of kickstart my channel without the need of a capture card. It wasn't the most efficient, but it was also a good chance for me to start learning some stuff, some little tricks here and there. And with it was Doom and Doom 2. I still have a couple of games, or one particular game I'm still trying to finish through off my phone. It has given me the most trouble, even more trouble than Doom did. Um, that's that Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. It literally has been probably my biggest headache of all the games I've attempted. Um, but until I get a capture card, I did find Doom once again on our new Switch 2 that my wife and I just recently got. I get up now. I still don't have a capture card, but I can do 30-second upload streams. That means though, once I get it over my hardware, I have to compile them together. Sometimes it messes up the sound quality. Seem a little choppy, and for that I do apologize. But it is an opportunity for me to get to show you probably a more efficient gameplay approach on my part. Because the touchscreen on the phone was just the worst for this game. It really was. I mean, it's even worse than when it came out in 1993 on the keyboard when you get carpal tunnel. So the Switch, the Xbox, and the PlayStation, in my experience, they've always run much smoother. And so I'm kind of looking forward to trying to give this another shot. But again, the gameplay might still come up a little bit choppy because I'm doing 30-second increments and then I have to edit those scenes together. With that said, this is Ultimate Doom. They've kind of revised what Doom was since 1993. I was 5 years old when it first came out. My dad always ended up in the doghouse from my mom for allowing me to sneak into his office to play it on his computer. She did not. There's something about having her 5-year-old son playing a violent game in her home just did not set well with her, and he'd end up in the doghouse. But it is a game I'm familiar with for the most part. Doom and Doom 2. Now, as you can see, there are other packages that have come along with this game. There's Evolution, Plutonia, No Rest for the Living, Sigil 2, Legacy of Rust. I think that's what it said. And then the master level of Doom 2. Now I have played Doom 2, the master levels of Doom. I have played Evolution. I've played parts of Plutonia. I have not played the rest. The others, I've checked them out, but I've never actually played them thoroughly. At the beginning of this playlist, I am moving over an introductory video that I had over in Doom 1993 playlist of my channel. Kind of introducing the basics of Doom, the HUD screen, your navigations, your items. I kind of wish I had put one up about enemies. I don't remember if I put one up for enemies or in that video or not. I'll look it over again. If I didn't, I will include those in because it did occur to me. The first episode is almost more like a practice ground of what to expect for the rest of Doom. Doom is always progressing in its difficulty, no matter what difficulty mode you picked, either. But it is always in progression. By the time we get to the final chapter of Doom, they're going to be throwing us so much more enemies and not enough ammunition or health. It's going to get to that point. And Doom 2 deals with kind of among maybe one of the first concept of horde fights that we enjoy in Halo and some of these other games nowadays, where you get in these horde fights, you want to see how long you can last. Doom 2 was probably among one of the first to kind of introduce that concept. Doom was created by the same company that did Wolfenstein back in 1991. They are the same people that did Commander Keen back in the 80s. They are the same people who did Duke Nukem, the side scroll back in the 1980s. They did Duke Nukem 3D. Then they did another Duke Nukem like in the late 2000s, early 2010s. And then they've come out with more Wolfensteins. It was Apogee and id. Now Bethesda owns them. They've been moved over to Bethesda. Doom is basically you're on, and I explained this in the introduction videos, but I'll say it again in case you're not going back to that. It is basically the 2 moons of Mars have scientific laboratory experiments going on. Mad science situation. One of the scientists opens up a portal to hell and lets the demons from hell enter the bases of the moon, Mars moons, Deimos and Phobos, the 2 moons of Mars. And they pretty much overtake the 2 bases of the 2 moons. Doom 2, they make their way to Earth. And it is our job to try to annihilate them, to get rid of them. And we basically track them all the way back to where they came from, hell, and finish them off there. There is Doom 3, and there has been other Doom games come out. And I will cover those games as well. This has actually probably been, of all the video games I've ever been into playing, this literally has been probably one of my biggest game fan excitements for me. Even though I haven't tried all these little extra side packages that they have with the classic Doom, because those came along kind of throughout the years. Again, my mom did not like me playing this game growing up, so but I am very, very familiar with Doom 2, the master levels, and Doom 3. I have gotten back into the recent Dooms as well as Doom Eternal. Now, Doom Eternal is still kind of a sketchy one for me. I'm still, because that one I've been a grown adult since then. I've got a wife and all that stuff and life. So it hasn't been until recent years I've been able to find myself being able to get back into heavy gameplay again. So with Doom, the recent Doom games, I have played them. I'm familiar with them and I enjoy them. The change-ups, the differences do throw me off a little bit, but I enjoy them. But there is still a little bit of a learning curve for me with that as I'm trying to catch up to what adult life has kind of kept me from being able to enjoy. But anyways, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into this. We're gonna start with this Doom, the 1993. It came out December 1993. I was about 5 years old when it came out. It's no wonder my mom was pissed with my dad. But anyways, so we got these various different chapters or episodes. Doom 2, and Master Levels, I think was actually done by the creators themselves. However, the others were kind of made by amateur map artists trying to get in on the game. In the Switch version, they have changed the graphics. They now have added achievements too. Achievements like guns are for wusses. Get 25 kills with your fist in a single level. It'll be a lot easier to do this in episode 2. When we go into chapter 2, episode 2, Swords of Hell. It'll be a lot easier to do that when we have access to the Berserk packs. That gives us Fist Fury, where you can pretty much kill the zombies and the imps, even maybe the Lost Souls, and Pinkies and Spectres with practically like 1 or 2 hits, punch hits. Whereas without the Berserk pack, you're kind of just plowing into them a little bit. Oh, another game that this company is responsible for, Quake. I just remembered. Sorry. Okay, so until it is done, get 100 chainsaw kills. We don't get the chainsaw until the second level. And there are kind of distinct moments that are best to run that. Preferably when there's not big demons around, like the Barons of Hell, Hell Knights, which we don't have any Hell Knights in this game, but like, I mean, you can pull it off with Cacodemons, but you got to know how to sneak up on them to be able to pull it off. Probably the easiest to run that. The chainsaws are going to be on the zombies, the pinkies, the imps, the specters, again, like you can do it on the Cacodemons, you can do it on the Lost Souls pretty easily. Cacodemons, you got to be able to have a good jump on them though. Shoot until it dies. Finish off a Cyber Demon with the pistol. Now this is tricky. The Cyber Demon is the toughest demon in the game. It is the boss demon in the second chapter. He will make a reappearance again in the fourth chapter a couple of times. He shows up again in Doom 3. He shows up multiple times in Doom 2. In Doom 3, he is the final boss in Doom 3. I believe he shows up again in the latest Doom games as well. He is the biggest demon outside of the mad scientist doctor, who supposedly is kind of a resemblance of Satan, I guess you could say. The devil. Next to him is the Cyber Demon. And he is big. He is lethal. You gotta really watch your back. You can't, and unless you have God mode on and keep using the cheats to get pistols, or ultimate, unlimited. I just constantly have your pistols. Trust me, I've done it before myself. You'll be at it for about 2 hours with the pistol trying to shoot him. There is a trick to get him down quicker, and the last shot be the pistol. All right, there's a much quicker, efficient way of doing this and guaranteeing that it's the pistol that's the last shot you put into him to get this achievement. Groovy. Kind of sounds like something Duke Nukem would say. And it's from the same company. Get 3 multi-kills with the shotgun. Okay, so that's easy as all get out. Like, no joke. It's very easy. You just need the right positioning, the right rooms, right situation. In this first chapter, you could pull it off if you wanted to. But the first level is a small map, small amount of enemies. It'll be more effective. I'm not saying that it can't be pulled off. It can be pulled off. But it'd probably be more effective to get it in like maybe the second or third. Definitely for certain the bonus level. The bonus level that comes after the third level, you could definitely pull it off. And I mean, it just says you need 3 multi-kills. Seriously, you could go the whole game getting multi-kills with the shotgun. All right. 3, that's nothing. They put this up as an achievement as if it's a difficult achievement, and it's compared to taking down a Cyber Demon with a pistol, is nothing. Skeet shooting. Kill 4 enemies in 1 shot with the super shotgun. The super shotgun does not show up until Doom 2. So as far as for this first Doom, forget about it. We're not seeing the super shotgun. We're not going to see it. You're going to have to wait till Doom 2. I know you're excited to run around with a double barrel shotgun blasting up enemies, but hold your horses. Let's get through the first Doom first, and then we'll get to Doom 2. It'll be in the second level, in the second map of Doom 2. Heavenly Joy. Shoot 200 bullets consecutively with the chainsaw. Or chain gun. What am I saying? Yeah, shoot a chainsaw, how dare you. No, the chain gun. Heavenly Joy. Okay, this one is another easy one, just like the multi-kill with the shotgun. We don't get the chain gun though, unless you were to do the cheat code that is for give me everything. You could do it right then and there in that first room in the first level. But if you want to do this as an honest player, come on, Come on, that's how I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play this honestly. Um, Although there are a couple spots because of how the programmer just glitched up the programming. If you want a total 100% count on secrets, you almost might need one of the cheat codes. That's walk through walls. Um, but we don't get the chain gun until the second map. The second we have that chain gun, we can do this achievement. And the bullets don't have to be fired into anybody. You don't have to wait until you see anyone to shoot it. You don't have to be shooting them 200 bullets consecutively. You just, the second we pick up the chain gun, we're gonna get it right then and there. I promise you. Just wait until the second map. I'll walk you through it. Bowling for Gibbs. That's a weird word. Give 3 or more enemies with a single rocket explosion. Well, we don't get the rocket until the third map. And when it comes to the first episode, I kind of prefer conserving the rockets more so for the final boss or for the boss level of the first map. Of course, the demons that we fight in the last level of the first episode really aren't bosses. They're the Baron of Hells. But Gib, they could have come up with a better word than that. Give 3 or more enemies with a single rocket explosion. All you need is a crowd of zombies and imps. That's how you're gonna get that one. You just need a crowd of zombies and imps, and we get a rocket in the third level. If you don't get a chance to get to pull it off then, which you'll have plenty of opportunity, trust me. But if you don't, the next level we'll be going to after that is actually the bonus level, and there is a minor courtyard horde fight that we do get. It's a small one. It's not the major. There's also a pin of imps just caged up together. That's a beautiful opportunity to get that achievement right then and there. Cooking with plasma. Kill 5 enemies in 5 seconds with plasma rifle. Okay, we are not seeing the plasma rifle in this episode. We will see the plasma rifle, like the super shotgun, in the second episode. Okay, we will get the plasma rifle, but in the second episode, the first level. But it says kill 5 enemies in 5 seconds with a plasma rifle. That definitely helps if you have a small squad or a crowd of zombies. They're probably going to be the easiest to pull that off. You want a small little crowd of zombies collectively together where you just blast through them with it. When we get to that point, I'll show you. Another one that's not going to be in this episode, this first episode, Overkill. Kill only a single enemy with a BOG, which literally is a waste of a blast. Considering what the BFG does. The BFG 9000. Okay, so BFG is an acronym meaning Bioforce Gun. However, it does hold a nickname. The acronym does also follow a nickname known as the Big Effing Gun. You can read about it in the books that honestly were crap. They were written based off the game. And then, of course, there is the movie that The Rock did back in 2006, 2007 of Doom, which was another disappointment. Another one of those where you go in because you love the game and the movie was a total disappointment. Like, what? And I'm not saying anything bad about The Rock or Carl Urban that were both in the movie, but just all around the story and the direction, the people who directed it, wrote it, just, come on, they never played the game. They could have done better. But as I said, we actually will not see the BFG until the third chapter. So we got 3 chapters. We're not going to see it until chapter 3, Inferno. Okay, so timing is everything. kill 2 enemies with a single barrel explosion. We're going to get that in this first level. We will have that this first level. I promise you. Doormat. Now, this happens all the time throughout the entire game of Doom. Like, I'm not kidding. Again, like another one that they make it sound like a difficult achievement. I mean, they throw it up on the achievement board. I mean, when I think of an achievement, I'm thinking of something that's going to require a challenge. You know, again, like just like with the shotgun where you can get multi kills. This is something that literally happens all throughout the freaking game. I mean, this is a common thing. It's not a challenge at all. I've never actually paid attention to myself intentionally making it happen in the first level, but we could literally do it in the first level. I see no reason why it's not possible. Over prepared. Finish a level with 200% armor and 200% health. Okay, I want to tell you right now, we're definitely not getting 200% health in this first level. Depending on how well you can pull off your gameplay in the second level, maybe you stand a better chance in the third level just before we go to the bonus level. Now, I always advocate, don't ever leave a level without collecting health and armor, any remnants of a health and armor, because you don't always, if you're unfamiliar with Doom, there are levels that can be, they'll start you off with someone already jumping your back or right in your face already attacking you. And if you're new to this game, you don't know which levels those are. And half the time, I gotta be honest, sometimes I kind of forget which ones they are. Like I know they're there. I know they are. And once I see it, I'm gonna advocate to a progress save immediately too. I'm an advocate for progress saving throughout this game, especially as it gets harder. But our best chance of pulling this off is going to be how we exit the third map, going into the bonus map in the first episode. So it'll be three maps away, 3 levels away. Indiscriminate headhunter, not the smoke shop. Kill 1 of every enemy. Okay, well, that's going to take pretty much through the course of the entire game. Okay, because there's a bunch of enemies that we're not introduced to in the first Doom that are introduced in Doom 2. And then to my understanding, some of these amateur map art engineers who created their own little Doom rounds that I guess id and Apogee approved of and allowed to be a part of the packaging, they threw... there's a couple games, in my understanding, and they're probably some of the ones I haven't played yet, that have thrown in some new demons. So that's something to bear in mind. Just within the first two Doom and Doom 2, if that is the case about the Doom extras, the downloads, the extra downloads, then we're not going to see this until we have played through all of them. All of the including the extra downloads. Not so friendly fire. Yeah, there's a lot of this going on. Cause an enemy to kill another enemy. Honestly, we could literally pull this off in the first room of the first level in our first episode. Like, I'm not kidding. We could literally make this happen. But honestly, we don't have to make it happen right then and there. Because there's a whole courtyard right next to where we start with a whole nother room, and they're going to be immediately activated to us before we're even ready for them. And they're stupid enough to go shooting at the window, not paying attention if there's a buddy of theirs walking in front of them. Okay, so friendly fire. In-house fighting. The rule of thumb for in-house fighting. Zombies will always in-house fight with anyone. They will in-house fight with even the same zombie faction. A pistol zombie will in-house fight with a pistol zombie also. They do not care. They're brain dead. I mean, come on, they're zombies. Demons, on the other hand, the only demons that will in-house fight in the same faction are the Lost Souls. Lost Souls will in-house fight another Lost Soul. These Mastermind Spider, the Spider Mastermind, whatever his name is, and he's a boss. He's next to the Cyber Demon in terms of bosses. He's kind of like one rank down from the Cyber Demon the way I see it. Those two. In Doom 2, you can get a couple of them to in-house fight with each other. But generally, the biggest rule of thumb, an imp will never fight another imp. And they'll even accidentally kill each other because they're aiming for you. The other one will never retaliate back. A cacodemon will never hit another cacodemon intentionally or out of retaliation. Barons of Hell, Hell Knights, Spectres and Pinkies, well, technically they're named demons, but they're nicknamed Pinkies. They don't shoot anything. They just chew and claw on you, so they're not going to accidentally hit each other. But, like I said, the Barons of Hell, the Hell Knights, they will never in-house fight with each other of the same faction of each other. Now, a Baron of Hell and a Cacodemon, they'll fight each other because they're not the same faction. They'll fight a zombie. They will fight anyone outside of their faction, their demon faction. Zombies and Lost Souls and the Spider Mastermind are the only ones that will intentionally retaliate back on each other. They're the only ones that will actually retaliate against the same faction member of their own faction. Other than that's kind of the general rule for in-house fighting. And I'm telling you, in-house fighting happens all the time in this game. More like a dream. Complete a level on Nightmare difficulty. I will show you this in the first level as part of the speed run as well. I can couple this in with the speed run challenge for the first level in my first video that I'm going to do, because this is kind of another little introduction at this point. I did not anticipate on this being so long, but at this point I'm realizing I'm just going to make this another, like a second intro to the first one that I've already got, because I want to cover these achievements with y'all. Hoarder. Finished a level with 100% items picked up. Okay, well, if you followed the other intro video, and I'm gonna cover this no matter what anyways, because it defeats the purpose of a 100% walkthrough video, right? If I did it. Okay, finish the level with 100% items picked up. Excuse me. Okay. So, if we go back to the previous video that I've got on my playlist, the other intro, because this is more of an achievement intro, if anything, but as far as the gaming intro, your health vials, your armor helmets, they look like little football helmets in my opinion, but your armor pieces, your little armor helmets, now, from release versions to release versions, because there has been multiple release versions of this 1993 Doom, I swear I have seen it change where, like, the blue armor and the backpacks were counted as items, but then I've seen it recently where they don't get counted as items. So, depending on what platform you're playing this game off of, you might keep a close eye on that. But the health vials, the football helmet armors pieces, the backpacks, I'm just going to go ahead and say the backpacks anyways. Even though if in my platform they're not being counted, I'm still going to at least cover those. And the blue armors are automatically easy to pick up because you're always getting hit at some point. You're going to need a blue armor. That's an automatic 200% armor for you. So, I mean, when are you not unable to pick one up? And that's kind of the rule of thumb. If it is an item you can automatically pick up no matter what, no matter if you're already capped off, which with the blue armor, if you are at 200%, then you're not picking up another one. But I mean, between one blue armor to another blue armor, you've got enemies in between. You're bound to get hit. The sphere orbs, the health one, the God mode orb, the supercharge, the invulnerability orb, and it's like kind of like gives you spectre abilities. And then the like the God mode orb, the green, the colorful ones, the brown ones, the blue, like they have a face in the orb. They are all items. They all count as items. So you want to be picking those up. And not just only for the achievement purpose. If you're following this channel, if you're following the videos because you want a 100% walkthrough, well, what the heck am I doing if I'm not going to give you that? I'm going to give you that, okay? We're going to get our 100% walkthrough on both the kills and the items and also the secrets in this first level and in every level that I run for you. The only thing they fear is you. Complete any monster filled level with 100% kills without getting hurt on ultraviolence or higher. Well, you could put on God mode, I suppose, but this is possible. But I also know I'm gonna immediately I am gonna take some pot shots in this first level. So if you can't get it the first time, just run the level again, try again, and ideally I would recommend actually doing it on the first level of the first episode, because beyond that, all the levels are only going to get harder. The next best possibility probably will be the final level of the first episode. That's probably your next best bet of testing that out if you can't get it in the first level. Because in the next one, it's just Pinkies and the Baron of Hells and Spectres. And you got plenty to work with, like with the Pinkies. They're surrounded by fuel barrels. You can immediately kill those off from your starting point. When you go up a lift that takes you to the Baron of Hell for that final fight, the showdown fight for the episode, there are some Spectres, but you can pick them off from where you're at before they even get to you, and some of them are kind of roadblocked because of the podium or the middle piece that the Barons of Hell come up from. The trick is having a sharp eye for the Spectres because they're invisible versions of the Pinkies. And the graphics distortion, the background and their graphics distortion can be kind of tricky to spot them. But they give us something that I did not have back in 1993 that we have now in this release version, is that the cursor will change its color. And that is one way to identify where a Spectre is, if you can't see it very well. But once you picked up the Spectres, and I'll reapproach this then, and that'll probably be when I can guarantee getting this particular achievement will probably be in that level if it's not this first one. If not this first one, then yeah, the boss level for Knee Deep in the Dead. These are probably your best two. Those two are probably your best chances of getting this achievement right here. So if I can't get it in this one, in this run through, then I know I would definitely get it in the boss level. So an important looking door. Find a secret area. Okay, well, that's actually part of your 100% walkthrough. They score you at the end of each level. 100% kills, 100% items, 100% secrets. So yeah, and there are 3 secrets in this first level. Only one of them is a door. One of them is a ledge. The third one is just a little spot you step into. But the first secret we're going to do is a door, and it is literally in the first room of our first level. Alternate dimension. Find a secret level. Like I said, I'm gonna walk you into the bonus level after level 3. That's that secret level. I call them bonus levels. They're calling it secret level. Tomato, tomato. Potato, potato. What is or what isn't? It is what it is. But yeah, military base is the secret level for Knee Deep in the Dead chapter episode, and I always go there. I go to every bonus level in this game. So yeah, we're gonna hit every single one of them. Each chapter has 1 secret level. Doom 2 has 2 secret levels that are both callbacks to Wolfenstein, their first 3D shooter game ever. Not just their first 3D shooter game, literally the in the entire world, the first 3D shooter game in the world, Wolfenstein. It's a callback to that. Clean slate. Kill all monsters in any monster field level on Hurt Me Plenty or higher. Well, I'm going to walk us through kill all monsters in any monster field level on Hurt Me Plenty. That's like the second easiest difficulty mode. I'm going to run us on the hardest difficulty mode next to Nightmare. I'm not going to run us through the whole game on Nightmare. I'm not that insane. I'm only going to do Nightmare 1 time. And that's for the first level, and that's for that 1 achievement we looked at a little while ago. That is the only time I'm going to run that Nightmare. Complete any monster field level with 100% kills, items, and secrets. The whole point of this walkthrough. It's going to happen. And not just for the first level, it's going to happen for every level I take you to. Get 20 kills using the Berserk power-up in a single level. Okay. Remember at the start of this achievement list? Guns are for woosses. Get 25 kills with your fist. This is basically the same thing. I mean, if you want to try to punch them down without the Berserk pack, I recommend the zombies and imps. If you try it with a Pinky or a Spectre, don't have a wall behind you, because you're gonna want to like kind of thrust at them and then be able to back up before they chew on you for punching them. But having that Berserk pack, like I mentioned earlier, the Berserk pack, in the second level of Swords of Hell episode, which is the second episode, second level, we get our first Berserk pack. And with that first Berserk pack, we literally, because it's at the start of the level, and the majority of the demons in that level are Pinky zombies, imps, I think maybe a couple, maybe 1 or 2 specters, our first lost souls, and yeah, I mean they're all people, they're all demons that if you maneuver tactfully, if you're good at moving around the demons without too much retaliation slashing back at you, we can literally, from that point, from the moment we get the Berserk pack, we can literally spend the whole level, if we wanted to, punching every enemy from the beginning point to the end, if we really wanted to. So I mean that's way more than 25 enemies. So we can knock out both those achievements simultaneously with that first Berserk pack we pick up. But if you want to try to get that Guns Are for Wusses in this first episode, I mean, I'm not against it. I have nothing against it. I've tried it myself. But I would recommend sticking mostly with the zombies and the imps. Because you're not going to have the Berserk pack. You're not going to have the Fist Fury going on. Okay, now speedrunners are going to love this one. Because in each level, there is a part-time. And I will show the speed run to each of the levels. But doing it on a ultra violence difficulty, which is the difficulty level that I was trying to remember a second ago, just before nightmare mode. Unless you're really good and crafty at how you move around the enemies, a lot of times when you're doing speedrun, you really don't want to be wasting your time getting into a fight anyways. And doing it on I'm Too Young to Die difficulty mode is actually the easiest place to get the speedruns done. But they're saying here, on this achievement here, specifically here, they want it done on, they want 8 levels in a row on ultra-violent difficulty. Now, this is actually something I've never even tried to do without God mode on. I'll give it a shot. I'm not against it. But level 3 military base. I mean, we're basically going all the way up until just before the final level, or we are skipping the bonus level. We'll just skip the bonus level and go straight to from level 3 to level 4. One or two different directions is going at this. But from level 3, level 5 or 6, definitely level 7 and 8. They're going to be hoarded with enemies. They're going to be loaded with enemies. And it's going to be really hard to just run through without the risk of being killed. Because here's the thing with Nightmare. Or, well, this is ultraviolet. But if it, definitely don't do it on Nightmare. Jeez. Because Nightmare, on Nightmare difficulty, they shoot quicker. They shoot more within a quicker time span. And the impact is multiplied than what it is on the normal gameplay. Like where they might take about 5 seconds in between a shot, you probably are taking about 5 bullets within each second. And each of those shots are probably doing about 2 to 3 times more damage than if you just did a normal gameplay, even on ultraviolence difficulty. But with this untouchable suggestion, ultraviolence, every position where an enemy is set on the hardest difficulty, they're all there. Now they're not nightmares, so if we're not doing this on nightmares, so they're not going to respawn and they're not going to attack us as quickly or impact us as hard. But we are outnumbered. That's the thing, we're outnumbered. And episode 1 would be the best episode to pull this off. I can't think of any other, because like the later episodes, they get way too damn hard to even think about trying to do this. So if we're going to do this, we definitely want to do this on the first episode. That's no question about it. Kill it with fire. Immolate a total of 30 arachnoid enemies with the incinerator. Okay, so this is coming from one of the packaged games. This is not in Doom or Doom 2 or even the Master level. I already know that because there is no freaking incinerator anywhere in any of those games. I think the Doom 3 extended chapters might have had an incinerator there. I'm trying to remember. It's been a little while since I played it. But yeah, there's no there's no incinerator here in Doom 2, or Master levels. And honestly, I don't know which download package that incinerator is in. It's probably one of the later ones, so is my guess. Screen wipe. Obliterate 50 enemies with a single shot of the Calamity Blade. Once again, that is in one of the packagings. I think the rest of these achievements are based on the packaging, the game packaging. So basically, they're just the completion of every game. So that's basically what that is. So that is a lowdown of the achievements. I didn't expect to take this long, but I figured we're gonna do this game. We're gonna do achievements. I might as well give the lowdown of what each of those achievements are. Once we, I'll start the gameplay in the next video, the first level. It'll be Knee Deep in the Dead. The Hangar. That'll be the first map. And in that one, I will go ahead and run the Nightmare completion of one level. I will do one, and the way I do that, that's gonna also give us one speedrun level. But it's not going to be ultra violent, so I will have to go back in again. So I'm going to be basically playing this level 3 different times. Two of those rounds are going to be speedrun rounds. The first go through is going to be the 100% completion on ultra violent difficulty. For the 100% kills, the 100% items, and the 100% secrets. The par score and the 100% completions have to be played separately. There's no way you can play them both simultaneously. This map, if you go to your, if you look up your map, there's your par time at the bottom. At the end of the level, when you go to your scoreboard, which you can see your scoreboard at the top left of that map out there, back in 1993 release, we never had that one either, not including even this cursor that's in front of us. We never had either. Those were things that were added over the years. 30 seconds is all we have to complete this map for the speed run. We have to do it in under 30 seconds. So that's why, like hell, we're gonna do a 100% completion and the speed run together simultaneously. Together, it's impossible. It's not possible. Wolfenstein was the same way, and I believe Duke Nukem 2 was the same way. I'm a little late to the Quake party, but I would imagine if they had that going on there, because I'm still familiarizing myself with that game. If they had that going on there, it's probably going to be the same way. It's the same people that made these games. So, with that, yeah, that's kind of the lowdown for what we're going to get into, the Ultimate Doom. Originally, it was just Doom. Over the years, as they've added to it, it's now Ultimate Doom. If you notice the graphics, it's still the original game, but they have enhanced things just a little. The maneuverability, the controls are a little different. They've added a cursor. They've added a scoreboard to our map. Whereas in the old days, your scoreboard was in your brain until you got to the end of the level. So yeah, that's it. Basically, just the lowdown of what the Doom, the 1993 Doom, Ultimate Doom. Now, what we're going to be getting into with this, you can go to my app store, my app download, Doom, because it's definitely a lot closer to what we played in terms of the computer version of Doom back when it came out in 1993. It's a little bit closer to that concept, except for the weapon wheel selection. That is very different, as well as the control concept is very different. But it's the same game, but it's compatible for your Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation. So, and I'm going to be playing mine off my Switch, because right now, until I get a capture card, it's the best way I can get it for y'all. So, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comments, questions, suggestions down below. Might check out the other intro video that I had, because it's gonna give you a rundown on like what you're seeing in your HUD right now, as well as what you're looking for in the area in terms of items. Just kind of those essentials. That's what that other intro video in this playlist is gonna be covering. So that way you can have yourself a little bit of an intro familiarity of what we're about to be walking into, okay? So, like I said, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comments, questions, suggestions down below, and I will see you in Ultimate Doom, Knee Deep in the Dead, The Hangar. Thank you for following.